So guys, the first official weekend in games of the Overtime League has legit just finished. And guys, what an amazing weekend it was for everybody involved. We got a chance to finally see Mikey Williams versus Bryce Griggs. Jazzy and Gorman scored the first official bucket in OTE history with an amazing layup. We got to see the twin Thomas brothers dropping 30 pieces. Luis Duarte going off. Guys, so much to take away from the weekend and so much to be excited for the next coming months. And guys, in this video, we are pretty much going to be breaking down everything that happened this past weekend, explain a little bit more about what the Overtime League is, who are the best teams, etc, etc. So make sure you guys stick around, watch the full video, grab some grape juice, leave a like, subscribe to the channel, do all that. And with all that being said, guys, going to get straight into this video. So boom guys, going to get straight into this video and talk about this OTE league. Now, I feel like the first thing that we have to get out the way and understand is who exactly and how many teams are out there in this OTE league. Now, in the league, there are currently only 3 teams: Team Overtime, Team Elite, and Team OTE. Team Overtime is a team that played in the first official game this weekend, and I believe that they're actually the most guard-driven team than any of the other squads. They feature players like Jazzy and Gorman, Gene Montero, Luis Duarte, Jai Smith, and more. And I'll most likely just be popping up a picture of the full roster so you guys get a better idea of who exactly I'm talking about. But I definitely feel like they are the best team when it comes to guards on the team, being led by Jazzy and Gorman, who, if people don't know, was actually the #1 ranked point guard in all of high school in his senior class. He was ranked above players like Dior Johnson, Sky Clark, Jalen Bradley, and more. So I'm telling you, this guy is definitely the real deal. They also possess great size and rim protection from players like Jai Smith, Dominic Barlow, and more. And I believe that their overall unit is definitely not to be played with. They easily beat every single team that they matched up against, and I'm honestly interested to see just how they're going to be playing for the rest of the season. Next, we have Team Elite, who played in the spotlight game versus Mikey Williams and Vertical Academy. They're probably the team with the players with the most social media clout and players that definitely have fan favorites that I would say. Players on their team features guys like Bryce Griggs, Jazeer Jackson, Emmanuel Maldonado, Jalen Lewis, Ryan Beal. I can go on and on. And as you can see from the image provided and seeing their full roster, they got some guys that can definitely play. On paper, they really do look like the best team out of the 3. But like I said, I definitely still feel like it's too early to just determine on who's the actual best team. They played against Mike Williams and Vertical Academy, and man, this was a classic game. It was definitely close the majority of the game, and in the end, Bryce Griggs definitely helped them make a huge comeback by hitting 2 crazy threes to send the game to overtime, to ultimately taking the victory. Guys, we do have to give Vertical Academy their credit too. They actually surprised me and made a great game, and honestly should have won the game more in the end. Mikey was super clutch in the end. Like I said, Mikey is really showing out this season. I'm honestly loving it. We haven't had a chance to see Jazeer Jackson play just yet on the court, but I'm sure that once he does get back on, the overall team will be much better, you know, giving them that size that they need. And lastly, we have Team OTE, which features players like Matt Bewley, Devontae Cobbs, Amen Thompson, TJ Clark, and more. And I would say that this team may not have the social media following like the other teams, but they definitely have some guys that can definitely hoop. I'm really liking Amen Thompson, the point guard skills that he does bring to the table. He really showed out in their games this weekend, and I definitely think that this is the team that's probably the most underrated out of the 3. Guys, one thing that people are not realizing about the entire OTE Overtime League, whatever you want to call it, people are not realizing that these guys are pros. Yes, they were in high school legit a couple months ago, but these guys are not high schoolers anymore. They train like pros, they get coached like pros, they live their everyday lives like pros, and mainly they all get paid like pros. I saw some of these kids pulling up in exotic cars. I was like, hold on a second, OT, they are not playing, bro. That is honestly why I honestly respect Vertical Academy for sticking with them, because as pros, you should not be struggling to beat a high school team. I don't care what nobody says. That's honestly why I'm giving Vertical their credit for really showing up. But overall, like I said, it was a great weekend for everybody involved. There were so many stars who showed up. The coverage was amazing in my opinion. The arena looked splendid. Overall, a fire style for the new OTE league. Now, one thing I do hope they do incorporate is definitely to keeping records of stats and displaying them online, because I want to know how good these guys are actually. You know, how good are they shooting from the free throw line, attempts, etc, etc. So they are pros, so we definitely got to view and treat them like pros. I think that's the only thing I would probably say they need to incorporate currently at the moment. But other than that, guys, how do you feel about the Overtime League? Which team is your personal favorite? Which is the best team to you? Anything overtime related, guys, just comment down below. Let's get a great basketball conversation started, guys. If you want more videos like this, make sure you comment down below, smash that like button. subscribe to the channel. With all that being said, guys, thank you if you made it to the end. Please leave a like, do all that fun stuff. Make sure you guys are actually following me on Instagram at JuiceMayHoops with the extra S at the end. Me and D-Rich actually also started a podcast called Lace Me Up Podcast, so make sure you guys actually check that out as well. The link will be in the description. And yeah, with all that being said, guys, thank you for watching. You've made it to the end, and it's been another episode of Juice May TV. Peace. So guys, what exactly is this Overtime League? Personally, I feel like the Overtime League can actually do a better job actually marketing this. Most of these top athletes are actually posting about their deals and stuff, but a lot of people really don't know exactly what this Overtime League is. Now, according to Overtime, they say it is a transformative new sports league that offers the world's most talented young basketball players a better pathway to becoming better athletes. Now, pretty much what I'm actually getting from this is that it's kind of like a whole developmental program that's pretty much preparing them for the next level. It is an alternate route that they can take instead of actually going towards that college route or even potentially to the G League. And they actually give a lot more information here as well under the players section. Overtime explains that this league will feature top high school players that are juniors, seniors, and other postgraduate athletes as well. They will be competing within the actual league itself and also playing players and teams domestically and internationally, and the league will feature 24 to 30 players, and it's all going to be based in the city of Atlanta. Like I said, this was honestly the main question that I was asking. Who exactly is Overtime playing? What type of teams are they playing? Where is this all even being located? I was just like you guys. Once I get more information about that, I'll let you guys know as soon as possible. And like I said, these kids are getting at least $100,000 plus bonuses. They're getting education, they're getting benefits. Guys, I'm telling you, this is honestly a win-win situation for Overtime and these kids. Think about it. Instead of going to college, sitting in class in algebra that you probably gonna fail, the teacher probably gonna pass you just because you a top athlete, you probably going to the league. But like, think about it, bro. Why would a kid go to college for free? They're not gonna make no type of money. They only getting money off their likeness now, which is not guaranteed. And you also have the option to at least get paid $100,000 and you're 16 years old to go play basketball. You're getting the best type of training out there. You're getting an education to go with it. If you don't want to go to the league after, they're actually going to cover your education for you. Players that are just as good as you, and you're getting that training. Like I said, it also says that the facility will be completed sometime in September, which is when the Overtime League is actually going to be officially started. Now, I don't know exactly how fat of a W this is really going to be. Like I said, if you're really not tapped into these top high school basketball players, I don't know exactly if people are really going to be tuned into these games. You got to think about it. Not a lot of people are actually, watching the G League. Not a lot of people watch leagues like the Big Three, AAU, stuff like that on a whole national scale. Because guys, you got to think about it. If there's Duke playing versus North Carolina, which is a huge tradition, or even the March Madness, what is the average fan who really doesn't know too much about high school basketball? Who are they going to watch? I'm sure they're going to be turning on that Duke. So this is something that Overtime, I'm sure they probably had these types of conversations, but as long as they're able to pay these players, making sure they're getting that education, making sure they're becoming better human beings as well as basketball players as a whole, I think this could be a huge fat W. This actually helped